History tells you that the Vikings conquered kingdoms with brute strength, massive axes, and giant warriors, but the most ruthless commander to ever terrorize the Western world couldn't even stand on his own 2 feet. His name was Ivar, born with a brutal genetic condition that left his legs completely deformed and brittle. His own people labeled him a curse. In a society that executed weak infants, he was supposed to be left in the freezing woods to die. But Ivar didn't just survive, he turned his broken body into a weapon of absolute psychological terror. He realized a crucial rule of power. When men cannot fear your physical strength, you must make them terrified of your mind. When the kings of England brutally murdered his father in a pit of venomous vipers, Ivar didn't cry. He smiled because he knew exactly how he was going to dismantle their entire civilization. This is the blueprint of history's most cunning CEO. In 865 AD, Ivar unleashed the great Heathen army onto the shores of England. But while traditional Viking raids relied on sudden chaotic ambushes, Ivar managed his army like a corporate enterprise. He mapped out supply lines, established winter fortresses, and studied his enemies' political factions. His enemies expected a mindless beast, but they faced an elite grandmaster. Ivar didn't ride a horse into battle. He was carried high on a massive oak shield by his most loyal warriors, directing his lines like chess pieces on a board of blood. He weaponized his disability to mentally break his opponents. Imagine standing in a battle line, watching a ruthless general laughing maniacally while being carried toward you on a shield. Write in the comments right now, if you faced a commander who turned his ultimate weakness into his greatest terror, would you lose your morale? Ivar's forces moved like a virus through England, capturing the major kingdom of York in a brilliant psychological trap. If your mind is built to analyze the cold, calculating strategies of history's absolute masters, hit that subscribe button right now, because how Ivar extracted his final revenge defied all human mercy. He captured King Aella, the man responsible for his father's death. Ivar didn't just want to execute him, he wanted to perform a ritual so terrifying it would echo through the centuries as the ultimate statement of absolute dominance. It was called the Blood Eagle, a brutal method where the victim's ribs were severed from the spine and pulled outward to resemble a raven's wings. As King Aella endured the nightmare, Ivar watched in absolute cold silence, cementing his name as a living god of war. With his rivals destroyed, Ivar became the undisputed master of Dublin and a massive chunk of England. He ruled through pure psychological leverage. His spy network was so deeply embedded that regional chieftains believed he could read their minds from miles away. But the pressure of absolute power takes a heavy toll on a broken body. As the years passed, Ivar's physical condition deteriorated further, leaving him in constant, agonizing pain. Yet he refused to show a single moment of vulnerability to his subjects. In 873 AD, the Grand Master of Psychological Warfare suddenly vanished from history. Some chronicles say he died of a sudden horrific disease, while others believe he was secretly assassinated by his own inner circle. Let me know in the comments. If your favorite manager or leader suddenly vanished tomorrow, would your entire operation crumble? Before his mysterious end, Ivar gave one final bizarre command. He ordered his warriors to bury his body on the English coast, claiming that as long as his bones guarded the shore, no foreign invader would ever be able to conquer the land. Centuries later, the legendary King William the Conqueror reportedly dug up Ivar's grave and burned his bones to ashes just to break the ancient psychological curse before marching his army inland. Ivar the Boneless proved a timeless truth about leadership. Physical limitations mean absolutely nothing when your mind operates on a completely different level. He built an empire out of pure strategic leverage. If your mind is built for these dark chapters of history, hit that subscribe button right now to join our elite global legion. Before you go, drop a comment below about who you would like to hear about next. And what would you have done if you were a soldier ordered to carry a crippled genius into a brutal shield wall? I am reading every single response. See you in the next video.